a couple summers ago. Okay. Before you put it behind your mouth, I'm Molly's sister. Okay, so back to you two. The microphone is now short first. I know, right? A lot very nice. Oh, no, you did one. My name is Shayla Murple. Yeah. Talked about you a lot. They talked about you having a family and how you wanted it all the time. We had years ago on this weekend. I know you guys all want to have girls. I know how much this is for a lot of my height. I'm glad you introduced yourself. So I feel like I'm so honored to be here to speak to the heart of Zen, because I was really lucky to be helping it for a while. And there are a lot of people here that he talks about a lot. So good. Good. Colin was always so enthusiastic. Good or grow. Yeah. Good or grow. He was so enthusiastic about how I could fit in his life, and it scared the heck out of me. Because I was like, it's just not, man. And one of the things that he was so excited about was maybe taking you guys hiking and being part of the hostel. And that's most of what I want to speak to, is how much the hostel meant to him, and how often he spoke of what he was doing and hoping to do, which was, he called it the love of a grandmother. Yeah, where people just get to walk into his arms, kept warm and fed and cared for without expecting anything in return. Yeah, it was so beautiful. And walking across the country with him and having him show up in other trail towns all the way up to Maine, there were many people who pulled me aside to say, like, that man is beautiful. I was struggling with the loss of a parent, struggling with addiction, or I was feeling low self-esteem, and then I met Zen, and it changed everything. So I'm just grateful that he really did do what he wanted to do. So, yeah. I didn't know I was going to cry. So, I don't know why I didn't know that. But yeah, so tenderly and gratefully, I just wanted to express that he had such a big heart, and there were things that showed up a little messy, but gosh, he cared so much for so many people. And so here I am crying in front of y'all. It's all right. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I have lots of stories, and I'd be happy to share any if anybody wants to talk about any of them, but one of the ones that's been really coming to mind is how the hostel started, which Myrtle probably knows better than I do, actually. Do you know that story?
How it started?
Yeah.
More or less.
Do you want to come up here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there, sure. I went through Franklin in 2015. I was a software developer for many, many years and just got totally burnt out. Then I grew and met Colin, and at that point the hostel had only been around for 2 months, I think, and it's only been running full time for even less amount of time. And he told me that he had been, he was out driving somewhere. He just gotten a divorce. He was not really in a good place, and then he saw a hiker try to come into town, and there was a big thunderstorm blowing in. And so he saw this guy and saw the thunder clouds coming in, and he was like, well, I should help get this guy somewhere safe. And so picked him up, started talking to him while they're driving, and he was but he was like, you want to come back to my house and we'll get some beers and we'll just hang out on my porch and I'll drive you back tomorrow. And so they did that, and I guess he had a really good conversation, and kind of dawned on him, like, yeah, hey, I can kind of make a business out of this. And so it started out, he was still working in the newspaper for a while, and taking like occasional hiker here and there. And eventually it just got to the point where he decided this was his full-time path. And so he did that for what started 8 or 9 years, something like that. 8 years? Yeah, that sounds right. And yeah, I mean, I worked for him and I lived there for like 2.5 years, maybe a little bit longer. And I saw thousands of these people come through. Like, in an average year, probably 3,000 to 4,000 people come and stay at the house, which is kind of overwhelming. But it was mostly hikers. He also did Airbnb, so we'd have like travel nurses that would come and live with us for uh, 3 months, 6 months, something like that. Some of them you got to really be friends with. And then you just get like these random what's a nice word? just people who were in transition in life. Let's put it that way. People who were supposedly hiking but were more trail hobos. Uh, People who had stayed at the hostel before as a hiker and then found themselves at a crossroads in life and needed somewhere to go. And like took in a local girl who was trying to get off of meth. Just a lot of random experiences like that. Um, that actually included me because, like I said, I grew here in 2015, and I was just totally burned out doing the technology stuff. And after I finished the trail, I went back home and got a job at Comcast, which was absolutely horrible. And eventually, I just had some things happen where I was like, I need to not be where I am. And so I called up Colin, and I was like, hey, do you need some help at the hospital? And I came down here, and here I am, still in Franklin. And just as a story, which is somewhat ties into that. When I was here in 2015, it was Christmas week, and the town did a potluck lunch, like a gazebo for everybody. And after that was over, he collected all the leftover food, and we went around to like the ambulance drivers, the fire station, all the first responders, and brought them food because they couldn't come with their Christmas present. And then later that evening, we were driving down to where the Kmart used to be. Here at Kmart, had some kind of Christmas something, I forget what. And while we're there, we're coming down the road, and he sees a homeless guy walking down the highway. And he's just kind of like, oh, that guy's Christmas. So we go to Kmart, come out 2 minutes later, and he's still thinking about this guy. And he's like, let's go find this guy and drive him home, and we'll cook him Christmas dinner and give him a clean bed and a shower. And we drove around for a good while trying to find this guy, and we never could. But that was pretty much the day that I kind of realized I'm going to be living in Franklin. And so I